This is Power Up Your Health with Ed Forteau. Now back to Ed and his guest.
I'm here with Lisa Dwoskin, the author of the new book, Metamorphosize. Lisa was a longtime fitness expert for the Rick Sanchez show on NBC6 and was also a gym owner and competitive bodybuilder. Lisa devoted her life to chasing the perfect body, but her quest led to devastating consequences. Now she shares a message of balance through meditation. Hi, Lisa. It's great to have you on the show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Now, you owned a gym for 13 years, over 13 years, I believe, and then you sold it about a year ago. Is that right?
Right, about a year and a couple months.
What was the biggest reason people joined your gym? Was it for physical reasons? They wanted to improve their physical looks, or was it for health?
Well, I think most people join because of their health, but then once they start exercising, they realize that they care more about their physical looks than actually about their health. And that becomes a big problem with people because they become better looking on the outside, but then they're not exercising or healing their inside and feeling better about themselves. So it becomes quite a bit of a catch-22.
When they start exercising a lot, going to the gym on a regular basis, is that addicting? Do they get addicted to exercise?
I think most people do. Two things happen. They either join a gym and go so gangbusters and gung-ho because they're so excited about it that they burn themselves out quite quickly in about 3 weeks to a month, and then they never come back again. So I would say, especially in January, we would have so many people join the gym, and out of, let's say, 500 new people that came in for their New Year's resolution, maybe by March, less than 100 of them would still be coming to the gym. So that definitely, they get burned out, or they do become addicted and then they become obsessive and then they can't live without exercise, and that's not a very good, healthy way to go either. So they have to find a balance in between.
So what's the way to break that addiction so that they can still improve their physical health while maintaining some level of balance?
Well, I think what I could talk about myself. What happened to me back when I first started, but even before I opened the gym, I was a fitness competitor, did bodybuilding, figure, bikini, ran marathons. And then I found myself that I was very addicted to exercise. Anytime I would be stressed out or upset about something or going through struggles in my life, I would just go running or go spinning, and it just would make me feel better. But then I would never actually face the problems in my life, and I should have faced some of my problems years before I actually faced them. So I feel that people definitely need to go into exercise slowly and healthy and not become obsessive and try to escape and become addicted to it. They need to do it in a healthy manner. And in order to do that, we'll talk later, I'm sure, about meditation and, again, like what I'm talking about, finding internal happiness, not just trying to get addicted so that they look better.
So you think that some people may be going and they're exercising to avoid other problems in their life?
Oh, for sure. Well, if you look at society, half the world is on either prescription drugs, they're drinking alcohol, or they're taking recreational drugs. Everyone, I hate to say it, we wish the people in our society were in a happier place, but most people are trying to escape, even go to see a movie or anything not to face their issues. So I feel that so many people are just trying to escape, and exercise gives you a high like drugs do, that endorphin rush in your brain, and you get high and then you feel great, but then when you stop exercising you feel normal again, and then people are struggling with so many internal problems that they just will go back and exercise or do whatever it is they're trying to do to escape, which isn't a good thing.
All right, so we're exercising, we're looking for balance, maybe because we're trying to avoid some problem. How do we address the problems that we're facing outside of exercise?
Well, what my book talks about a lot is meditation. And I feel with 20 years experience that I've been dealing with clients who are trying to exercise to either lose weight or become healthier or happier, is I always tell them to try meditation. And like me, I'm a very A-type personality, always on the go, not wanting to relax. And so it's difficult at the beginning, but for anyone out there listening, to meditate actually quiets your mind, silences your mind, and helps you find internal peace and relax and calm your nervous system. So all you have to do is get on the computer and hit guided meditation, and probably over 2,000 different kinds of meditation will come up. And then you just hit play on your computer, get some headphones and listen to it, and they'll walk you through a meditation of how to relax your shoulders, how to breathe, how to quiet your mind. And I find that over time, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, people actually become addicted to this meditation, and that's a healthy thing because it's actually helping them with any stresses that they have in their life.
Kind of helping people to become more centered.
For sure, centered, balanced. And not only does it help them become more peaceful, it helps them look internally at themselves, like as if you're looking in the mirror. You could actually quiet your mind, listen to your spirit, and when you could do that, your life can definitely take a drastic change because you're actually listening to the path or the destiny, the direction you should be going in life. And most people are not on that path. They're on the different path, that what they think society is telling them to do, not that what their spirit is telling them.
Do you have any tips for keeping people focused when they're meditating? Because I always have a problem when I try to meditate that I get distracted. It's hard to stay focused and stay in the moment.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, like what I was telling you earlier, this morning I taught a boot camp class on the beach with about 25 different people. We're outside. There's kids running around. There's people. It's a public beach. And I had them all lie down at the end of the class and do a 5-minute meditation. And I know that it's very difficult for people to try to concentrate. So what I tell them before they close their eyes and start breathing, to focus on the sound of the ocean, or some people prefer focusing on the birds or the wind or the trees. And if they can't, by their ears, listen to something to focus on, then I tell them to do a guided visualization. So what I tell them to do is visualize in their imagination where they would like to be, whether it's on the top of a mountain or in the snow or next to a waterfall or on the beach, on a deserted island, wherever they want to be, and just focus on that. And whenever any other kind of distractive thought comes in your head, you just keep focusing on that sound or that picture in your mind, and it definitely helps.
Is there any other tips that you can give us as far as just the process of meditating and then what that typically leads to for people?
Well, like I told you, you hit the guided meditation and listen to somebody, because most people that try their own meditation definitely get distracted and they can't focus, they can't relax their mind. So hearing a person walk you through the guided meditation definitely helps, because they'll tell you to keep taking deep breaths, relax your shoulders, relax your legs, not to clench your teeth, not to strain your face. And when you're listening to this, of course, you're focusing on that person talking, so you really can't be focusing on so many other things. And then there'll be a time where some people get frustrated because they can't relax no matter how much they try. And it takes a good 30 days of doing it 10 minutes a day. Just like anything else in life, practice makes perfect, and you need to dedicate your practice so that you can get better at it. And then I would say by 60 days, 90 days, they'll finally, no matter what, I've never heard of one person, even the high-strung businessmen that I train that think meditation is for quacks or crazy people. It actually does work. It's a process, and once something clicks, they become so much more peaceful and relaxed.
Now, you've written a book. It's Metamorphosize, I believe. Did I say that right?
Yep, Metamorphosize, right. Perfect.
What led you to write that book?
Well, I myself, like I told you, was an exercise addict. I had many struggles I was going through. I lost my true love when I was in my late 20s. I felt he was my soulmate. He got killed, and that was devastating to me, and that's what brought me into meditation. But then I later met my husband, had 2 children, ran my business, and when the economy took a turn in late 2008, 2009, the struggles that we were going through financially, my business went through a very rough time. Then I had some partners, and they ended up stealing money from me, and my marriage fell apart, and I had about 4 separations before I ended up in a divorce. And on top of that, I had heart surgery and 2 other very serious surgeries on my organs. So with all the trials and tribulations I went through, I found that the meditation and the inner peace and really stop. When I had the surgery, I couldn't exercise. So looking at myself and not having a place to escape made me realize that there has to be something else that brings peace to us internally, and that's what my book is all about, how to find that inner peace.
In life, there's always a bumpy road. Everyone has to go through some level of trials, tribulations. Yours seemed quite overwhelming. And it sounds like your book will really help people in dealing with what life throws at them.
No, definitely. And I feel that, including myself in the past, every single one of us, every listener out there that's hearing us speak right now, they are thinking they're going to lose the weight, let's say 10 to 30 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever it is. Once they lose the weight, then they'll find happiness. Or once they find true love, then they're going to find happiness. Or once they have the perfect job because they hate their job, then they're going to find happiness. And the problem is, some people go through their whole life searching for happiness, and then they die and they never found it, when in reality happiness is within us. And no matter what state we are in our life, overweight, underweight, whatever it is we're going through, we have to be happy now in the moment and enjoy life, because it could be gone tomorrow.
I think that's great advice for people to live by. Can you tell us where we can learn more about what you're doing, your book, and what's going on with what's happening with you in the future? What do you have coming up?
Well, I have many book release parties, many book signing events, which thanks to you guys and your radio show for being a sponsor. We have a big event tomorrow at the Lexus of North Miami Beach in Miami, Florida. And I have quite a few celebrity friends that were members of my gym. So The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, his father, is a very close friend of mine who actually is coming out with his own book. So the 2 of us are going on a book tour starting January 1st. And what we're going to be doing, mainly me, is just speaking to groups of people, lecturing about inner happiness and believing in yourself and being kind and loving to yourself, and just spreading the word to as many people as I can, doing seminars, doing meditation with people in groups, and getting my book out, talking on the radio, getting on TV, and just really helping to save the world one person at a time.
Well, Lisa, it was terrific having you on the show. The book is Metamorphosized. It's certainly worth picking up at your bookstore. I saw it on Amazon. I think it's everywhere.
Yep, it's you can get it. I actually have my own website. It's Lisa, Lisa, Dwoskin, DWOSKIN.com. And you can buy it online at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, or directly through my website. And then also I have a fan page for those of you that want fitness, nutritional advice as far as just exercise in general, or of course meditation and anything else about my book. And that is on Facebook, called Body by Lisa, or it's facebook.com BBL Fitness. So either one of them. I'm also on Twitter and every other social media website out there. But those are the main 2 that I post the most information on.
Well, more information about Lisa and her book, Metamorphosized, should be easy to find on the web. Lisa, it was great having you on the show. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you so much.